Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain you object-oriented programming concepts. This concept is mainly revolves around a single concept called object. In this type of programming, it consists of classes, objects, and methods. So first of all, we should know about the main features of object-oriented programming. The main features of object-oriented programming, or you can say the main concepts of object-oriented programming, is class, object, abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. One by one, now I am going to explain about these all. However, you have done these all in previous classes, but again I will give you one revision. First of all, about the class. Class is made up by the data members and member methods. And why they are combining? They are combining to complete one task. Means if you want to implement an object-oriented program, you should involve data members and member methods. In this way, it also implement the concept of encapsulation. I will explain you encapsulation also. A class is a blueprint of its object. So first of all, we will know what is the object. An object is an instance of a class, and each and every object has its own state and its own behavior. For example, an orange. An orange has its own state. Which type of state? It is of orange color. It is spherical in shape. And what are its behavior? It is juicy. It tastes sweet and sour. And this belongs to a class fruit. Okay. So in real life, whatever you are looking around you, those all are objects, independent objects. One more thing I want to share, that it may be possible two objects have same behavior and same state, but they will never have same identity. For example, there are two balls. They both have same color, maybe of same weight, or maybe with same circumference also. Or it may be possible that both balls are displaying the same behavior, but they will always have unique identities, like their unique product number. If I will give you the example of your class 10, you all belongs to the class 10, but you all have your own identity, your own ID number, your own roll number. In this way, you are different from each other. You all are different object, but you belongs to the class 10. And why you are belonging to same class? Because you all have to complete the same syllabus. You all came the school with the same purpose. That's why you belongs to the class 10. But you all have your own identity. Next concept of object-oriented programming is abstraction. It is a concept to present the result. It will give the result, but without giving the details of how the task is performed. Means you don't know about that, how this function will perform, but you will get the result which is necessary for you. It means it will extract only the relevant information, necessary information for you. For example, if you will switch on the television, it will show the moving pictures with sound effects. but it will never give you the information about electrical circuit or how it works. Okay. Another example I can give you about the switchboard. What about the switchboard? If you want to on fan or light, you will only switch on that particular, you will only on the particular switch. Particular means required switch. But how it will work inside the switchboard, how circuits will work inside the switchboard, you don't know about it. Next concept of object-oriented programming is encapsulation. Encapsulation means wrapping up of data members and member function. Just now I explained you the example of encapsulation is class, because class is the combination, or you can say that class involves the data members and member function together into a single unit, that is called class. So encapsulation is also the wrapping up of data members and member functions. In this way, encapsulation referred also the data hiding, because it involves hiding many of the important details of the form from the user. For example, in a school, variables or states such as student, strength, year of establishment, their admission number, and the processes, or you can say that functions such as teaching, playing, examination, etc. These all are wrapped together inside a class school. In this way, we can take another example also of walnut. Inside the walnut, its content are safe. How? Inside the shell. So in this way, you can say that all of your data members and member functions are protected inside the class. No one can access those data, or no one can access those functions without your permission. This is the main concept of encapsulation. Next one is polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism means in many form. Means same article. You can say that same process can behave differently in different situation. For example, if you want to add two numbers, means 2 plus 3, it will give the result in the form of only number, means 2 plus 3, 5. But if you want to add two strings, 2 and 3, now remember that these two are strings, then it will produce the result 2, 3. 2, 3 means 23, not 23 means 2, 3. Okay, means it will join the string, not it will add. So in this way, in different situation, means if we want to add two numbers, it will give the answer in number. If you want to add two strings, it will give the answer in string. Means in different situation, it will give the different results. Next one is inheritance. In this concept, classes are related in such a way that a derived class and its object get access to data member of another class. So who will access that class is known as derived class or child class. And from which it will access that class is known as base class or parent class. What is the main use of this property? This concept help in reusing of programming code, and it will reduce also the program length. Remember that one base class can have many derived classes. For example, there is a base class academic situation. It can have the derived classes school and colleges. Okay, so in this way one base class can have more than one derived classes. One more thing I want to explain you, that relation between abstraction and encapsulation. You know that abstraction means only give the required information, and encapsulation will wrap the information to implement it as the desired level of abstraction. Means what is necessary, only that information it will give through abstraction. Other information will be hidden, means non-essential details will be hidden inside it. This is the concept of encapsulation. In this way, abstraction and encapsulation, they both are related concepts. I think it will be easy for you to understand the concept of object-oriented programming. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.